Alrighty, we are ready to roll into the actual meal planning. Okay, so you can come over here to Meal Planner. First thing you're going to do, because you'll notice that I have all of my meals already entered here, and I tell the planner what to spread my macronutrients across. The first thing you want to do is build these for yourself. It's pretty easy to do, so we'll just go over it real quick. Meal layout. This is also the second tab here under preferences, easy way to get to it. This is what I was talking about before, where you can have a different layout for each day of the week. Personally, right now, I'm not doing carb cycling. That's one of the things that you can use it for. So I have one set of meals that I'm working with. So here's the nutrition targets that it's working with. I'm going to go ahead and change this to Billy Bob because that's who we're working with right now, so I can show you guys what's up. But you can see where you can select different nutrition target profiles that you've set up, and you can also create new nutrition targets, and it's going to take you back to that nutrition targets section. All right. You can create a meal. So let's say you need to add a meal. Let's see, create new meal type. You guys will be doing new ones unless you already have them in there and you're editing them. So let's just call this Billy Bob's Breakfast. You name it, whatever you want. You can tell the planner how big or small you want this meal to be. So do you want it to be tiny? You want it to be small, so a little bit bigger than tiny. Normal size meal, probably going to be around 300 to 400 calories. That's a decent meal. Big meal, probably around 500 calories. Huge meal is probably going to be between 700 and 800 calories. So that's what we're talking about. So breakfast is going to be a normal meal for Bob. He's cooking for himself, so he can do it for one person. This is where you come in and you can specify meals for your family. If all of you are going to sit down and have dinner together, or breakfast together, and there's 3 of you, you can put it in here and do 3 people. This translates into your grocery list. So if you want a meal to be for multiple people, this is where you set that up. And you can change this at any time. When you're meal planning, you can edit your meals settings in real time, and it will calculate the groceries again, based off of your new number of people. So Billy Bob's doing breakfast by himself. We'll talk about recurring foods here in a bit, in another video. Actually, I use them for my supplements. And so it's not going to be for breakfast because we want that to be something that gets generated new. This is where you give how much time you have for this meal. This is more about how long it's going to take you to cook the meal. So let's say that he's got 15 minutes to cook that meal. Let's say that he can cook it. You can set this up for can't cook and must cook. That's obviously pretty self-explanatory. The complexity of the meal. This gets into how many ingredients are listed in the meal. The more complex it is, the more ingredients that the calculator will allow for when it's pulling meals into your plan. Breakfast, I think, should be pretty simple, so we'll just put it at simple. This is going to be around 5 to 7 ingredients. We want breakfast foods. This will include breakfast foods and other foods, so he might see some tacos for breakfast. So let's go ahead and save that meal setting, and we're going to put it at the beginning of the day, and you just add the meal, and you can see where Billy Bob's Breakfast comes in. All right, cool. Since I've already built out my meals, I'm going to go ahead and just leave this one off, but that's how you create a meal.